Hello, good morning and welcome. I'm Deirdre Coyne, and today we are looking at perhaps the question that we often might think that we are. So are you a mind reader? Often when we have an external trigger, so an event that happens or somebody may say something, we often believe that we can mind read, that that person is judging us negatively, or that event is somehow that we're responsible. So when we mind read, that often can lead to the thought, I need something to help me to feel better. And that may often be, in the case of emotional eating, food, and food that is not nutritional food, it's food that we're going to perhaps high salt, high sugar. And our minds are extremely complex, and we see that food as a source of relief or comfort, and it's sort of wired to pick up on triggers and respond accordingly. So whether that's a hard day at work or whatever the event is, our brain can associate that with the need for comfort in the shape of food. So when it comes to CBT, and I would say this quite a lot, that there's always another way to think and there's always another way to do things. And CBT can help us to break that cycle and to understand what our thoughts are, our emotions, and whether or not they're helpful or unhelpful. So I have 3 steps for you today that we can apply to emotional eating. So the first step is to identify what the triggers are. So what is it that's causing that perhaps we're identifying as hunger when actually it's what is the thought that is triggering me to have either a binge eating episode or emotional eating at least. And then the second step is to recognise what are your thoughts, what are your beliefs about that event. Is it food is the only way, and certain food is the only way to help us to feel better? And then the last step is to develop different ways to cope with that. So a skill or a resource that I would use in the Eating Freely programme is delay, distract, decide. So just taking a moment to, or actually quite a few moments, to do something else to distract our brains, to just have that reset that helps us to come out of that, perhaps even the fight or flight response, into a more awareness of what's actually happening and what we really need at that time. So developing, step 3 is really about developing different ways to cope with those triggers and those emotions. So the 3 steps are identifying the triggers, recognise what our thoughts are, and then finding different ways to cope. When it comes to emotional eating, it is a common response to stress or emotions, but when we use these techniques, we can develop healthier coping strategies. But go easy with yourself. This is a skill that we're developing, and it may take time and practice. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope that's helpful. Have a great day. Bye for now.